Oh, hello there, Leonidas.
Hey, CEAZOR.
I was wondering, I heard you had 300, tough soldiers. I was wondering if I could borrow them.
CEAZOR, didn't you hear? I ain't got no 300 anymore.
Well, what do you mean? What happened? I thought you had 300 of the best soldiers.
Didn't you hear? A whole bunch of us died defending Sparta.
Oh, okay. Well, how many soldiers you got?
I got 100.
Well, I was wondering, I guess I need all of them, all 100. Can I borrow them? And while you're at it, do you think you could pay me to borrow them?
Pay? What are you talking about, CEAZOR? You give me soldiers and I pay you.
Hello and welcome to Caesar's Snack Sandwich. Today we're going to take a look at 100 Finance. But before I get into 100 Finance, I would like to thank Cream Finance for sponsoring my channel. You can check out Cream Finance. There's a link in the description. It's a great place to borrow and lend your cryptocurrencies. They have a lot of options there. Okay, so over to 100 Finance. 100 Finance is a project by VFAT. Now, if you don't know who VFAT is, he's the producer of this tool here, and it's a fantastic tool. You can check out VFAT tools. I heard that there's a version 2 coming out, but basically this is like a simplified way to interact with smart contracts. So a lot of farms and stuff that are put on here, and if the site goes down, you can come here to try to interact with those smart contracts. So it's a great tool, and that's kind of why I've decided to cover this other protocol, because I like what VFAT has done with this tool. So I figured I would show you what he's going to do with this one here. Now, it's a very simple, straightforward protocol, but there's a couple quick differences inside that I would like to show you. And but before I get into it, it's very simple. It's just supply some tokens on one side and borrow some tokens on the other. So basically just like Cream Finance or Aave or Compound, and this is actually a Compound fork. So they've based on Compound and they've made a slight few changes, but that's the main idea. So you supply some token here and you can borrow other tokens based on the value. Now, as you can see, the tokens that they've selected are all pretty much very famous or long-tailed. They call them long tails. They're just they're tokens that are well established and like blue chips, so to speak. But how does this protocol differ from other ones like Compound or Aave or Cream Finance and so forth? So let's go over to the medium here. The first thing here is this sentence here. You can pause it and read it, but basically the idea is that they're going to incentivize certain things with their governance token. So they're going to incentivize stable coins, so USDC, USDT, and maybe SUSD, I'm not sure, but definitely USDC, USDT, and DAI. So if we go over to their markets here, if you click up at the top, sorry, I should show you where. Here, it says dashboard, and then it'll open up this. You can see that the collateral factor of DAI is 0. The collateral factor of, these 4 stablecoins is 0. So you can put stablecoins in here, but you can't borrow versus stablecoins. So what that means is you can't put USDC in here and borrow USDC and put that USDC in here and then borrow more USDC and then put that USDC in here again, just to farm their governance token in order, like a kind of leveraged farming of their governance token. And I think that's interesting. It's a good way for people to try to hold off on the dumping of their token, and also to incentivize people to actually put stablecoins in here, because you get their governance token, which is up here, the 100 token. You get the governance token simply by supplying stablecoins to this protocol. Now, I'm not sure if it's live yet. It doesn't seem to be live because of the APY here, and it doesn't show. But basically, that's the idea of this protocol, is that they want to incentivize just people to put these stablecoins in here and use other coins to borrow stablecoins, which is interesting, I think. I think that's pretty good. Now, another thing that makes this thing different is this part here. Now, this is the distribution of the 100 token, the HND token. And I'm going to go through this one by one and read it to you and just talk a little bit, okay? So 40% of the 100 tokens are going to be given for liquidity and partner mining. So basically incentivize the pools and incentivize things that need to be incentivized. Okay, 20% is going to be given to the development fund and subject to a 4-year vesting schedule. So that's basically 20% is going to the team so they can build and work on this protocol. 20% is given to Compound DAO, but vested over 4 years. Because they forked Compound, they want to say thank you to Compound and send them a bag of 100 tokens. Now the DAO can decide, Compound DAO can then decide how to allocate these 100 tokens to whoever they feel deserve them. Now, the last one here is interesting part. 20% goes to Percent. Now, what is Percent? Percent was a protocol that was built, I think it was last year in 2020. Somewhere in here it says, I can't remember, I'm sorry. And basically this protocol was, they made a mistake during some sort of migration, and a whole bunch of funds got locked up, and then the token price of PCT basically dumped on them. So what they're going to do is they're going to allow people to bring these PCT tokens and swap them 1-for-1 for 100 tokens. So it's a kind of like relief for those people who lost that money at that time, those investors that were in this token at that time. And I believe VFAT is one of those people. So he's kind of helping himself, but helping all of that community as well, and hopefully bringing that community to this community. So that pretty much covers it. It's a quick little video about 100 Finance and lending and borrowing and stuff like that. I hope this is useful, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.